Coors Light is
Banquet beer.
Silver Bullet.
Oh well, no one's saying Coors Light is better than Surly except for us. Check. Can you guys talk real quick?
Check.
All right.
Check 1, 2, 3, 5.
Show, brother.
I think we're at a good
Face is
level.
closer to the mic
Okay.
than mine is.
Funk show, brother, check it out now. A funk show, brother.
All right, guys.
check it
Here,
out
just
now.
try it. If you can't chug, that's okay.
Wait, you
No,
can't-
we're opening these up.
Yeah, you can't open them like.
Yeah, we need to open them during we're actually recording.
So now here's the cool thing. We're recording on both things, and now the cool thing
We're
is
recording right now?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Okay, well then, do we want to have an intro, or are we just gonna start?
Well, I was thinking what the intro could be is us opening these could be our sound check. You know, kind of like, okay, so in old movies, the clicking tile is how they sync to the audio with the video, right? And
makes
because
sense.
we have video and audio, I was thinking if we open the beers, that could be the equivalent to our clicking.
Let's do it down the line. 1, 2,
I got
3.
I'm already here.
No, you have another one
You
right
just
there.
have to go.
Well,
So
how many of you guys are actually up for chugging a beer?
I'll chug.
I'm down.
Okay, all right,
So Ben starts. 1, 2, just like the audio checks.
Or all at the same time.
I was thinking all at the
All-
same
all at the
time.
same time?
All at once.
Because, yeah, normally the audio check is 3,
One snap.
2,
Gotcha.
that's what they do. So, all right, so I'll count us down.
Take one. Yeah, go ahead.
Or you can do it. I like what you're
No,
doing
you
there.
do
I
it.
like where you're going.
Roll playback. Set scene.
1,
And
2.
Warm Coors. You.
Excuse me.
That knows how
Yep.
to taste. Damn. Do it like a man.
All right, welcome to CoorsCast, brought to you by Coors Light.
ow!
I'm David Johnston.
I'm Benjamin Brewski.
I'm Patrick Johnson. Ow!
All right, the first topic.
Oh God!
I just got covered in Coors. The first topic on CoorsCast. I was thinking we could do some Coors Cooler talk.
Coors Water Talk.
Some
Coors Cooler.
Coors Cooler talk brought to you by Coors Light. This is where we do some cooler chat like you would at your office at work.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You look
let's
absolutely pitiful.
first talk about how great the fucking design is. Like,
Oh,
first
good.
off,
Yeah, we were talking about the design on the bottles.
These vent tabs for quick chugging.
they're intense, and they really help. There's 2 of them. Most cans only have zero vent cans, and Coors has 2 vents.
You'll notice if you look at it that the vents make a V in the shape of victory. Because that's what you're going to have when you drink Coors every day.
Absolutely.
You're just supposed to put your mouth right in between the two.
Well,
Yeah.
but ask Ben.
Right.
He's the expert at
Right.
chugging. He
And
uses the
dating.
V to the advantage, but
I get my face down in that V.
that's not the V we're
Yeah,
talking
just
about,
right.
Ben.
Right in there.
And you'll notice these are not only vented at the tops, but they're cold lagered,
Cold lagered.
cold filtered, and cold packaged.
Well, also, if you didn't notice too, like we just drank beers where the mountains were white.
Now, Davey, I want you to take a quick sip of this Coors Light. Just take a sip. Take a sip.
The mountains are still white.
Yeah,
Take
what
some-
is the white mountain?
Whoa, wait, stop. Let's look. Is this cold enough? Yes, the mountains will turn blue when they're cold enough, so you will know that yes, it's okay to go ahead and take a sip there.
These
But it's not.
mountains
They're
are
not
white.
blue. They're white.
These are white mountains.
Oh.
Well, that's
Liar.
these aren't cold enough Coors. Because would you really want to chug an ice cold Coors?
Can you throw a Coors in the freezer?
Hey, Ariel.
I don't believe.
I don't want to be in a podcast with liars. Do you want me to
Alright,
put
bye,
one in the
sweetheart.
freezer?
Don't put one in the freezer. You can put some inside the fridge, though.
You want me to bring in the cooler with the ice pack?
Oh, you could. We could have a Coors cooler in the
Coors Cooler.
Coors Cooler.
Coors Cooler in the
Coors
cast.
Cooler.
By the way, what is the Ben made a tongue twister for this
No.
podcast.
You guys ready for the next segment?
What is the next segment, Ben?
The next segment is going to be Coors, Force, Remorse, Course, where we enforce, discourse, divorce, source, endorsement, brought to you, of course, by Coors.
Patrick, you have to now read that.
You sound Canadian when you do that.
Yeah, you did sound Canadian.
So I was thinking it could be an anti-Star Wars segment.
Anti-Star Wars segment.
Yeah.
Come Force, Remorse, Course, where
Come
we...
Force?
Coors... Oh, I read come. Sorry.
Yeah.
Coors Force, Remorse, Course, where we enforce discourse, divorce, of source, endorsement, brought to you, of course, by Coors.
So let's talk about our force remorse that we have divorced of any
Force remorse.
Force. Endorse.
Force remorse course, where we endorse. Oh, and for. Okay, I'm done.
Here, no, I got it. Actually, I don't know if I have it anymore after reading that thing. Coors Force. I'm going to say it slow so everyone can understand what it's saying. So, Coors Force remorse course, where we enforce discourse divorced of source endorsement brought to you, of course, by Coors.
So let me try it off memory. Ready?
Sure.
Okay.
You're not going to get it.
Course, force, remorse, course, where we enforce, discourse, divorced of source endorsement brought to you, of course, by Coors.
Nice. Wow.
I said it
very impressive.
literally like 50 times on my way over here in the
Nice.
car, so I could just say it off the top of my head.
Nice.
Didn't quite get to that
Tip
point.
of the tongue.
And this is why you are a nurse and
What is
can
it?
memorize all the medical stuff that you've done. Like, so
Tip
you
of
can
the
do
tongue,
something like
top.
this.
Well,
is
this
pretty
seems
easy.
more like a parlor trick, but
I'm gonna try to do as fast as I can.
top of the tongue.
Top of the tongue, tip of the teeth.
Tip of the tongue on the top of the teeth.
Tip of the tongue, top of the teeth.
Tip of the tongue, top of the teeth.
Tip of the tongue, top of the teeth.
Top of the teeth.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Tapas?
I'm gonna try to put this into like overdrive into this as fast as I
Good luck.
possibly can.
Accurately.
Accurately. Course, force, remorse, course, where we enforce, discourse, divorce of source, endorsement brought to you, of course, by course.
You can't. Everybody. We sound Canadian. Is it just because we're Minnesota?
It don't-
I think the Minnesotan accent really comes out with the Coors. Any of the O.
I feel like
Course.
I wish people could
Course.
see what we're actually saying.
Don't worry. We'll edit it in.
Just like in the corner, like right
Yeah,
here.
we can have it just like
Can we have,
scroll
like, a
over
little
the screen.
bit?
I wouldn't say scroll
Ben, can you
over. What I
edit
think
this
we.
and like have a thing?
Okay, how about
like,
this? Again,
What I
I
think
want
we
you to
should do-
say it, and I'll point up here, and it'll show up underneath the finger.
No,
Okay,
I don't
then
think.
do
No,
it.
no. I don't think it should do like a read along thing. I think as we say the words, you should edit each word as we say it.
Okay,
So
now
it just flashes up.
will it?
Now it's
oh,
funny
just-
because if whatever we decide to do when you watch this,
I just want to talk more about the can.
you will see what we eventually arrived
Chose to do,
what we
yeah.
chose to do. So all these options.
All right, do you want me to
It'll
read
be
it?
one of them.
Okay, you ready, Ben?
Oh, you can read it again if you want. Sure.
Here it is. Slow or fast?
Let's all say it together. Ready?
Well, I don't
know it.
Okay, no, because we're not gonna do. We're gonna do it at different cadences then. We have to be like dun 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 dun.
Or we can just come up with another segment at this point.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Course, force, remove course, where we enforce, discourse, divorce of source, endorsement brought to you, of course, by course.
You literally sounded like a seal.
Really?
Okay. No. Can I share with you what I thought this would sound like?
What?
I thought it would sound like Saruman talking. Course, force, remorse, course, where we enforce, discourse.
Oh, you're
Oh,
talking
that's
about the
creepy.
dark tongue of
Yeah.
Mordor.
Yeah, where he's sitting there, he's bringing down the mountain.
You have to do some.
Yeah,
like,
we should.
You have to roll.
edit it like-
You have to roll some of your R's. It has to be like course, force, remorse, course.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like it's got to be like.
And then
Alright,
have like
alright.
the mountain fall, and
Yeah.
actually use the metronome thing too. Just combine them together. Why not?
Course, force, remorse.
Okay, so the next section of this podcast. Can I have you guys talk real quick? I'm gonna check those levels.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, Patrick, why don't you talk first?
Well, I will. We're
Talk.
talking about Coors, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Tell
I'm
me
gonna
about the
turn
can.
down my levels just
Well,
a tad.
I don't care about the can because
There we go.
as a server, we serve it on tap.
Hang on 1 second.
Coors Light, one of the most
Well, you're missing out on like
popular.
half the technology involved in Coors.
Oh, absolutely. I want to get a scissors and cut this thing open and show you what really is important about the Coors can. Of course.
The blue
course.
lining, right?
Yes.
Right, David?
No,
the blue
no,
lining.
the cool. What do they call it? The
Chill activated.
cold, yeah, chill activated lining inside
Mm-hmm.
these things.
Is it just that cancerous material that they
I'm
make
sure
the
it's
colors
cancerous.
change with?
gonna grab the scissors and show
No, but seriously, Coors is the most popular beer, and whenever you don't have it on tap, people fucking riot.
Really? Now, are we talking
yeah.
about banquet or light?
Either. Coors. That's like, it's outside of Bud, it's the number one beer people ask for. They're
So-
like neck and neck. Bud and Coors are the two beers that people are like, what do you have on tap? And it's like, well, we got a lot of good Minnesota beers on tap. You have Coors? No.
They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what is this? This is not a proper bar.
It's fascinating because I had a patient once who told me he would never drink Coors again in his entire life because he actually said that at one point in time they fired every single employee.
There's a lot of liquid in that one.
Man, you really didn't finish
Oh
it,
my
did
God!
you?
The inner lining
What
is
is
for
that,
real.
baby? Hold it up for the
It's
camera.
for real. It's blue inside.
Why does it need to be blue inside?
No, it's for
Because
extra
it's-
cool lining.
Chill activated.
Yes.
But there's like, as soon as you open it, there's no light before that.
Well, no. So the reason it's there, I think, is because that's what shows through in these mountains when it turns.
That's
blue.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a blue hue.
It's actually more like an aquamarine hue, to be honest.
A light sky blue?
It looks like an ocean.
And now what we can do is we can make a bong.
We can't.
So back to the story about Coors. The reason one of my patients hated Coors is because they found out that
so much noise, so many noises.
All right, take it away from me.
I will.
Take it away from me.
Ben, tell me your story about how Coors.
they found out that Coors actually fired every single employee at one point in time to get the union out of their town. And so it was just a mass firing, and that's the reason the guy never drinks Coors anymore. That's my story.
Was he one of the people fired, or is it just
No,
on principle?
it's just that fact that he knows that
just
makes
on
him
principle?
not want to, yeah. Then again, I don't necessarily agree with unions.
But
in
I bet
general.
you he was wearing Nike sweatpants.
Probably was. He was a professor. I remember him as the professor. So the next section of this, do we prefer Coors Light or Coors Banquet? There is, of course, a correct answer to this. Patrick, what do you prefer?
Well, obviously I prefer Coors Light.
Brought to you by Coors Light.
Yes, that's the correct.
That's the right answer. We
Why
like
don't we like Coors Banquet?
because it's gross.
It doesn't taste very good.
No.
I mean, it's basically like in my interpretation of beer is this: there are two different types of beer. There is beer for the masses
Okay.
and beer for the intellectuals. And I count myself in the intellectual phase.
As
you
do
always
I.
do.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I need to. And I'm sure the people in the masses count themselves in the intellectual phase. So they're like, we're saving money and we're getting drunk, and those fuckers don't understand that this is so much better than that spicy beer they drink. By spicy, I mean hoppy.
Oh.
And by pricey, I mean, pricey.
You know why spicy rhymes with pricey?
Oh God, so much bubbles.
Because that's how the words are arranged. All right.
Wow, really? Because that's how the words are arranged?
The letters, yeah. And
Anyways, down to the nitty-gritty. Coors actually is, I think, in my personal opinion, the best light beer you can buy in the market, despite the fact that it has all these stupid gimmicks in it.
Don't call them gimmicks.
They are gimmicks.
Scientific
They're absolutely
advancements.
Yes, these things are used in hospitals.
They absolutely do not make the
Technological
beer
advancements.
taste better.
Well, no, we actually, so we do use a lot of these. So this is a fascinating topic. So Coors actually, a lot of the advancements that they made in can technology in Coors is actually in use in healthcare.
No.
I'm dead serious.
No way.
You didn't know this?
Bullshit.
Why would anyone know this?
Because we had talked about this before.
Bullshit.
We talked about how Coors
So here's
uses...
just basic.
Okay.
Just basic. The blue lining in here, we do the same thing in some of our IV bags to determine whether they're cold or not.
No, you don't.
What do you do in a code? You want to know immediately
What's
whether
a
or
code?
not.
Otherwise,
When someone's
if
dying.
somebody has a fever,
When
why are you putting things that aren't room temperature, if not the body heat temperature, into their bodies?
Okay, so
why do you need to put a cold solution into somebody's body, other than a fever?
When you have a patient who codes, their heart stops, right? And you resuscitate them. That's called an out-of-hospital cardiac
Resuscitate.
arrest. Resuscitate means you bring them back. And so their heart starts beating again. You make their heart start beating again after it's stopped. You actually infuse chilled normal saline into their veins as fast as you can. And you put ice.
Don't.
Yes, you do. And you cover them in ice patches.
No, you don't.
It's called targeted temperature management or therapeutic hypothermia. And it's used to decrease the amount of swelling on the brain after a cardiac arrest. And I swear to God, this is true. I
believe
can show you an article right now.
How does it involve the chill, cool lining of the Coors
That's
can?
when you're in that situation. So the whole point.
Now hold on, before you go
No,
on.
no, let him-
No. Before you go on, are you saying that the medical industry borrowed this technology from the beer industry, or the beer industry borrowed this technology
a great
from
question.
the
That
medical
is,
question.
that is a very good question. Coors actually came up with this technology first. And medicine.
Are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious.
And then the medical industry was like, holy shit!
That is genius!
Yeah.
I honestly spit beer out. I was so
No,
surprised by
I'm dead
that.
serious. So you have bags inside ambulances, and in the moment, you have to know whether or not something is cold. You don't think in codes. That's the reason that we actually have our syringes color-coded and stuff. You push a green amount for pediatric, you push a yellow amount on the syringes. The
Details.
colors are marked. Anyway, so everything, we follow NASCAR teams, actually. Everything has to be as fast as possible.
It's a great analogy.
So when you, in NASCAR pit stops, they have things they do to reduce thought. Because thought takes time, and thought is not reliable in stressful situations. Yep, everything is just really fast. And so it's the same thing in an emergency situation. You want a bag that is a certain color when it's cold versus hot, and it sounds ridiculous. But actually, that came from the beer industry with the blue. Now, that's just one of many technological advancements that are currently at use.
From Coors.
From Coors, specifically.
No way.
What's another one?
Hey, no. I want to dive a little bit deeper into this. So, because I want to understand it. So the lining in the Coors can, obviously, no other beer can has this blue lining in it.
No, they don't.
But this is something that was created for Coors, and now the medical industry uses it to do that inside IV bags, or really.
Yep.
And they took the idea from them because they hadn't thought of it.
They didn't take it. Coors actually gave the idea to them. That's why if you go to their website, they have comments on there, and it's like, the charitable things that they've done, the awards they have, et cetera. And one of the comments they have is, how much they've helped healthcare, et cetera. And
So
how much
they have
donate to healthcare.
there's
Beer
smarter
can
scientists working on shit for Coors cans than there are for the fucking medical industry.
It's all capitalism. Where are
Okay.
you going to make more money? That's in beer sales than hospitals. Hospitals barely break even.
That's
Typically, alcohol sales are going to outstrip hospital profits hands down. People go where the money is. That's basic economics. It's
And we're talking about
capitalism.
scientists here. The scientists go.
Scientists go where they can get paid. That's the reason you have all these scientists who wanted to work on,
You obviously don't have a lot of moral scientists because they don't believe in God.
Well, everyone.
Well, the most apparently what it is, like the most intelligent scientists in the world like to drink beer.
And every single
all I'm
scientist starts off with this, grandiose thought of how they're going to practice science, but then they graduate college and realize, shit, I got to make money. That's the reason bombs are invented, weapons are invented. If you listen to, actually, it's fascinating, the teams
And cooling
who do
and
this.
blue beer cans are in.
Well, that's the reason that Coors came up with it, and the medicine followed, as opposed to the opposite.
So the next question I had to ask is, maybe Coors beer actually is shitty, but they just had science
Make it good.
it better.
Or advertising.
Maybe like Hams is actually really good, but they don't have the blue can lighter and where's my top? The two vented tops and the open mouth.
Well, Davey, let me ask you this. What beer is best?
What beer is best? Well, I think black beer is best.
That's silly.
False. Battlestar beer.
Battlestar beer is best.
Beats
Bears.
Bear beer. Battlestar Galactica beer.
Those are all silly answers because it's Coors, of course.
Coors, of course. Can you say it, by the way, from memory without looking at it? We haven't talked about it in a while. Can you do it again from memory?
Give me half a second to think about it.
Okay, one.
Well, not actually half a second.
That was
Give me,
that was a
give me
second.
5 seconds to think about it.
One.
No,
I'm
just
not going to
don't-
count because
don't
I actually
count.
want to see if you can do it.
I just got to think of the start here real quick.
Coors.
Okay, ready?
Starts with Coors, by the way.
Here, you can look at it.
Yeah, just see if he does it right. Don't
Don't
look
look
at
at
yourself. Don't look
Press
for yourself
notes,
on the
press
phone for
notes.
the...
Whoa, is
Okay.
this gay porn? All right, go ahead.
It's not. It's not. It's straight, but they're just two guys.
Nice.
Okay. Course, force, remorse, course, where we enforce, discourse, divorced of, source, endorsement, brought to you, of course, by Coors.
Wow.
That is...
I am honestly fucking impressed by that.
Thank you.
You have the only way I can surmise how you'd be able to do that, since you came up
wrote it.
came with that today. Though.
I did write
No,
it.
you came with it
I just
today.
yeah.
Okay.
On the-
Regardless.
Ear.
Irregardless of that.
Thank you.
We have been talking. We just jumped him on that. That has to. I'm not going to get into how Ben's brain fucking works.
I don't really know how it
He
works.
thinks it's magic, honestly.
I kind of do. For someone who's
Right here?
ADD, it was just
Between
like
my
I
ears?
forget things that
You
I
think
talk
that's
about while I'm
Shit ton of
talking about
static.
them. Yeah, that's magic. That's magical. So, anyways, what we've learned today so far is that Coors is not only a great light beer for the masses, music for the masses,
Music for the masses.
but it's also a scientific engineering company
It is on the
that is
forefront
saving
of
lives.
cutting-edge medical technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so, okay, here's another fascinating thing. When you drink alcohol, right, your body suppresses production of glutamine. Right?
What's glutamine?
Glutamine is kind of like a hormone that wakes you up. That's the reason if you drink a bunch of beer and then you go to bed,
You don't sleep.
It's harder for you to sleep.
You don't get REM
as
sleep,
as the
right?
beer's wearing off, it's harder for you to sleep.
Right.
That's the reason you should drink right before you go to bed, as opposed to drinking, not drinking for like 2 hours and then trying to fall asleep. You'll have a harder time.
And you shouldn't drink while you're sleeping either, right?
No, because you'll choke to death.
That's why.
I've been drinking while I've been sleeping. It's not my fault.
And so it's fascinating because of that. Coors is doing some research onto this, and they actually found epinephrine when they were doing it. Epinephrine is adrenaline, and we have synthesized it at an industrial level for medical purposes. It's our default drug when we're coding someone. And Coors was able to synthesize it because they found its molecular structure while they were looking into glutamine production, because they were looking at making their other beers and stuff. And all they did is found the molecule. And they released like the blueprint of it. But that blueprint they then used...
So the guys at Coors
are literally
like, hey, by the way, like when
they're
people
like the
are dying,
umbrella corporation.
We figured out how that works by studying beer, and we're gonna save people.
And I mean penicillin too.
Okay, just re-say what you said again. So what Coors did is
they were researching into the production of glutamine after drinking, and they found epinephrine as a result.
And epinephrine is what you use when
it's
you
adrenaline.
help to, like
it's
when people are
essentially
coding.
adrenaline.
It's adrenaline.
You give it every 2 to 3 minutes. You give 1 milligram, pushed, and it makes the heart beat harder and faster.
Yeah, so people stay alive when you're.
That's
trying
why
to keep
you
them
always
alive.
hear them on medical shows say 20 cc's of epinephrine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't ever give 20 cc's. Jesus, you're gonna kill him.
So wait, like
That's how bad the case is.
Ben. By the way, I've heard the term like give him 20 cc's of epinephrine. Like Coors.
No, you haven't. Not 20 cc's. You've heard 1 cc of epinephrine.
Which 20 cc's
I've
kill
heard
somebody?
20. I've heard 20.
20 cc's would kill someone.
Ben
yes.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, so 1 cc epinephrine. So are you telling me that medical society didn't know about that until Coors told them?
Correct.
That's unbelievable. That's fucking unbelievable.
I know but it is.
It's April Fool's Day right now today. By the way, it is April 1st. Are you fucking with me?
No, actually. Mm-mm. So this is the reason that it's such a good idea to have a CoorsCast. To bring to light all of the obscure knowledge about Coors Light.
This is like beer saved the world. So before, like when people were coding and they didn't know to give them epinephrine, would they just die?
Well, yeah, eventually. I mean, there were other things we could give them. Nothing was as effective as epinephrine.
That's incredibly intense.
Can you give me another Coors?
I would love to give you another.
Hey,
Coors,
you know what?
Patrick?
For the CoorsCast, we should all chug an
Coors, of
or
course.
attempt to because it's terrible.
No, that's too much. We had to moderately drink our Coors. No,
That's true. It is hilarious how terrible it is to do that. I don't understand how you're so good at it, by the way.
It's all about just kind of manning up.
Oh, really?
Well, it's like it's not fun to do, and it hurts when you're chugging it, but you just push through anyway, and you start to like the hurt.
Wow.
Start to like the hurt.
Okay, so anyway, there's one more thing that Coors contributed to medicine, and that's it.
Which is?
I want to hear it. And by the way,
Penicillin.
but okay, no way. Penicillin?
So here's something fascinating.
Slow it down, though. Slow it down. You're talking too fast.
Ernest, the guy who discovers penicillin, right?
Ernest what? I know his last
I'm
name.
trying to remember his last name.
Ernest Penicillin.
Ernest Duchesne.
Really?
Duchesne.
Maybe it's like Duchesne.
Oh yeah, Duchesne.
Duchesne.
Ernest Duchesne.
Douche the sea.
So when you're making beer, now this is actually the parent company of Coors, the thing that led to the production of the Coors company, essentially. When you're making beer, you use a lot of yeast, right? So he was doing research on yeast and stuff, and I'm sure you all know the story. He had bread that he left inside of his drawer for a while. And
I mean, you're talking about like the discovery of penicillin,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So bacteria would kill so many people in wars. It was a bigger killer than
Like
even battle and
French
stuff.
foot, even like just all this crappy bacteria, literally crappy
That
bacteria.
was a huge deal.
Poopy
It was
bacteria.
massive, yeah. And so this guy he brought in a lunch essentially to work, and he left it inside of a drawer for too long, went on vacation, came back, and he found the bread was molding. And he found where the bread was molding, it was killing things, right? The only reason he figured this out, though, is because he was kind of a sloppy lab worker. He had little petri dishes that were full of yeast and bacteria, right? Because he was trying to figure out which yeast would work best to make beer. And some of the mold fell off of the bread onto those plates and killed bacteria in certain sections, and that's kind of how he discovered, oh shit, what's killing this bacteria? Could we use this for medicine? So
And
that's how
they were
penicillin's
able
made.
to, right?
Because of beer.
Because of beer.
Because of beer.
Cheers. I mean, honestly, like,
Beer saved the world. Specifically Coors.
thank you. I should be cheersing beers. Shit.
Anyway, so with that Coors history out of the way.
No, there's more. Why they call it the silver bullet?
Why?
I don't know this.
The most popular reason is because it was believed that Coors got the reputation for being able to transport their beer across the Rockies the fastest.
Well, yeah, I assume that much.
Right.
Why
That's why
silver
the train.
bullet, though?
That's why the train is like one of their big go-to advertising.
So where's the
Silver
excitement?
bullet.
Where's the excitement?
Well, actually, the excitement is one of the so obviously it's in a silver can, right? Now, back in the day, before you had all of the money and luxury that we have nowadays, literally aluminum is silver. All these other beer companies, they were painting their cans. Coors never painted their cans.
They never had silver cans.
They've always had silver cans.
Made of actual silver?
No, dude.
Okay,
it's
that's
aluminum.
I know, but silver color. I'm just saying, like, we've been digging into some really crazy stuff with Coors, so it was not.
Their cans are made out of 100% silver, Davey.
I know. I was gonna say, like, those cans must be worth so much money now.
And so what would happen is because it was a cheap beer and it didn't cost much, again, because you weren't paying for a ton of advertising crap where it's like
just a lot of technology.
A lot of technology on the cans. It was just a cheap little beer can, and they do cause damage. A lot of them out west, especially during like the 49er gold rush, they were used as weapons, and they were tossed as hard as possible.
This is all bullshit. There was no aluminum back then.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was. Aluminum has existed forever.
Yeah.
They weren't able to make cans like this.
Aluminum
back then.
is
It was
an
all
old-
glass.
Aluminum is an element.
During the 1949 gold rush?
Also, aluminum has been around for a lot. It's become nice and light like it is now recently.
You couldn't
but
roll it as well back then.
They didn't have the technology to really flatten it out and make it nice and thin and
So if they had the
light.
technology to make things out of iron, you think they wouldn't be able to make things out of things as light as aluminum?
Aluminum
metal is
comes
light.
from iron.
Beer was in bottles back then. It wasn't in. I don't
was in
think like
cans,
during the
too.
gold rush were they using aluminum back in the gold rush?
Absolutely, especially way out there because it was the only way. Because literally,
Why do
back
you
in the
think
rush-
gold cans existed?
Because in the gold
No, I'm dead
rush-
serious. Haven't you heard about gold cans?
No, I haven't.
You trade. Okay, so for a short period of time, it was like a fad because there was so much gold in there. They would make cans out of gold.
No, it is.
This is
Gold-
not true.
Literally, the gold rush was a very odd time.
Yeah,
Again,
Ben's
because
covering
it
his
was,
mouth. It's not
that's
true.
because he's an idiot.
Yeah, they did not make gold cans back then in the gold rush. They didn't have aluminium cans
They
either.
supplemented aluminum with gold.
No, they didn't. They
That's
didn't
where you
even-
get Michelob Golden Light. Have you ever wondered that?
That's a great point, but it's fucking false.
No, dude, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Literally, what happened is after the Rockies, it was just
Yeah, Ben can't
complete
keep it
Wild
together right
West,
now.
and they had no.
No, yeah, seriously, stop it. I'm not that dumb. I'm the history guy here.
That make them golden light part was perfect.
You had me for like 2 seconds.
Oh Jesus!
God damn it.
They did use the cans as weapons, so that part is not bullshit.
I would have felt so shitty if I had to have that entire conversation. It was recorded. Be like, by the way, guy, by the way, you're an idiot.
No, okay. So he did make. I made up the gold cans part. He made up the Michelin Gold, but they did use Coors as cans. That's not fake.
They used to melt down the cans with the bullets.
Why are you laughing?
What they used to do is they used to make big bullets, actually, to store the beer in because it was somehow cheaper at that point in time.
To use ammunition.
Because they couldn't find enough sand out in the mountains. So they used
There's no
iron.
sand out in the mountains.
And it was a
David.
silver
Did you know
bullet
you
because they
Everybody knows
painted it
there's no
silver.
sand in
Did
the
you know you can
mountains.
actually cool beer down using guns?
Well, hang on. Say it again.
You can cool beer down using a gun.
Using guns?
So it's
Guns.
basic
A
principles of
gun or
thermodynamics. Energy can never be created or destroyed, right?
Okay.
Whenever you have production of energy, heat is energy, essentially, right? It's increased energy in the
Absolutely. No,
atomic
I'm
vibration.
just
The
trying to get...
release of energy.
So the guns get hot when you shoot them, right?
Yeah, Ben.
Okay, so basic law of thermodynamics, energy can never be created or destroyed. Because that gun is getting hot, something has to get cold. Tracking me still?
The beer.
Exactly.
So what you can do is hook a beer up to your gun.
No, if you shoot a beer out of a gun, and I'm dead serious, they've done this, the beer is frosty by the time it reaches the person you're shooting it at.
Holy shit! Why am I using the refrigerator for?
Why do you think it's called shotgunning a beer, dude?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my
You had it
god.
right up until the end.
I did.
No,
I imagine
you
someone
didn't.
shooting guns
You
and
didn't
just
have
catching.
it. Honestly,
Ben,
Ben, I was following the analogy because I wanted to see where you're going with that one.
all right. So anyway,
Shit. Anyways, this is a
this is CoorsCast brought
This
to you
is
by
CoorsCast.
Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Coors Light. And also brought to you by the 2-vented V shaft that you can totally drink out of.
Coors
and
Light, helping medicine since 1978.
And the medicine levels that we've learned, and the cold filtered. I mean,
78.
by the way, honestly, I have not seen
For
this
what?
thing be blue yet.
For what?
1973 for beer.
Well, this
By the
says
way-
it's 1978.
Ben, do you have a can in there that's blue? Because all these mountains are white as fuck.
My mountains are blue.
No, they're not. I'm looking at them right now. They're not
are
blue.
not your mountains.
Nice.
My
He has-
balls are white and my mountains are
No,
blue.
he's got mountains and his balls are blue. Get it? That was bad.
Let me see this.
Right here. Hey, no, right there. That's why
Its roots run deep. Founded in 1873, Coors was nicknamed Banquet Beer by Clear Creek Canyon miners who drink it in banquet halls or huge banquet tents when there were no halls. The name didn't become official until 1937 when Coors sought to combat the Depression with a strain of nostalgia that somehow didn't involve the 1980s. That same year, Coors also adopted 2 other slogans: America's Fine Light Beer, brewed with Rocky Mountain spring water, and introduced their waterfall logo.
Wonderful.
So here's something
The more you
fascinating.
know.
So question: is the beer good because the beer is good, or is the beer good because of technology?
Technology.
Both.
Absolutely.
Both are excellent. I mean, you got a 10 out of 10 beer and a 10 out of 10 technology, so you got a 20 out of 10 beer.
You have a 20 out of 10 beer, let's be honest here. That's simple.
Of course, 20 out of 10.
I would love to have a non-tech. I would love to have a non-robot version of Coors to try, like how Hams does their
Wait,
shit.
you don't think Coors is made by humans?
No, I'm pretty sure it's made by robots from the future.
Coors is made 100% by Americans in America doing American jobs with American tools and American resources.
Oh, God.
That's what they want you to think. He says. Anyways, do we want to wrap this one up, or do we want to keep it going?
I think it'd be a good time to
I
sort of
agree.
cease the CoorsCast. But before we finish, I just wanted to make sure that do we want to do like maybe a Coors prayer together?
How would we go about doing that?
Join hands and we can pray to Coors.
Our Coors.
Who
art in
Heaven,
Coors.
hallowed be thy Coors.
No, wait.
The Coors that come.
No, we got
Coors
time for
that
this.
come. Our Coors as it is.
Our
in
Coors who art in Colorado,
Give us this Coors. our
hallowed be
daily
thy
Coors.
liner.
As we
Thy
forgive our
science
Coors and forgive the
The
Coors that
Coors against us.
That Coors against
And lead us not
Lead
into
us not
Coors.
into Coors, but deliver us
Us from Coors. For thine is thy Coors,
And the
thy
Coors,
Coors,
and
and
the
thy
Coors.
Coors.
Forever and
in
ever.
Coors.
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 I'm Davey Johnston.
I'm Patrick Johnson.
And I'm Ben Brewski.
Coors.
Stay classy, America.
That's excellent.
Oh, wait, stop. Freeze frame. Any credits are gonna roll.
They're rolling right now.
Yeah. You're not freezing, Gary.
So we have to do something.
All right. Go team.